Alright guys, we are back in the garage. We have some packages that came in. We have our pistons and rods for Wagon Hunter here. Let's take a look at those real quick. We have scat rods, H-beam rods, pretty much the same as Eagle. And then we have a stock compression nipping piston. It's a floating wrist pin. And then it's also coated. And they say they're good for 450-500, which I think stock pistons are good for that as well, but we're not going to be pushing it that far. So we will see what happens with those. I got 2 sets of piston rings, which will be good because I'll have more to choose from when setting the ring gaps. And then I have the ACL rod bearings to go on as well. The block's pretty much ready to go. I filled in these 2 with some rags, the bottoms of those with some rags, so when I hone it, anything that drops down will get caught on that. Then I'll rinse all that stuff out when I'm done as well. So, probably set up a time lapse or something like that to catch all of the honing action. There's the dingle ball right there, dingleberry honer itself. Some WD-40, lube it up and get it going. And check back in with you guys. Alright guys, we have these cylinder walls all honed out and ready to go. I have my piston rings set out. I'm ready to slide those in and gap them all. I have 2 sets actually, which works out good because I have more option to choose from. If they're not running the right gap sizes that I'm looking for, I can swap them out and test them all. So let's take a look at the cylinders here. See if I can get a good angle there for you. Not the greatest. Here are the piston rings, the feeler gauge. So I'm gonna slide those in and gap them out and just keep going from there. Alright guys, we are back in the garage. Last time we left off, I believe I did a time lapse of honing the block, all the cylinders. That's pretty much where I left off after that point. Just kind of cleaned some stuff up and was getting the pistons and rods ready to be assembled and doing ring gaps, and did the ring gap, so that's good. I took the pistons and rods home with me and put the pistons and wrist pins on the rods with the circlips. Nothing real major, didn't really film any of that stuff. Now we're back. I'm gonna start laying out a couple things, and I'm gonna start dropping pistons and rods in these cylinders here. And I have this cool, it's like a spring compressor, but it's not really a compressor. It's a Wiseco or Wiseco, I think that's how you say it. Pistons, they make this ring compressor, and I pulled it out here. I'll show you guys. So check it out here. It's here's a part number. This is for an 81mm bore, and you can tell how thick this is right here. And look on this side, how thin it is. So what you do is you set it on like this, and then you just start feeding in the piston and the rod. Make sure your rings are aligned right, and then the rings, just as they slide in the cone, they compress themselves and then thunk right into the cylinder, and then you're good to go right on to the next one. So I used that last time I did an engine, and I loved it. So I'm going to use it again. I'm kind of excited to use it. I'll set up a time lapse or something, at least show putting in 1 or 2 of them, give you guys just an idea of how it works. But yeah, let's get going on this thing. We have pistons and rods in the engine. Check it out. Bam. Look at those bad boys. They're in there, torqued, ready to go. Have put the oil pickup and windage tray in. I have to clean up a bunch of stuff like the oil pan and exhaust manifold, mating surface, stuff like that. Everything I'm going to have to goop up to get everything ready, so it's just a complete install. The head's pretty much ready to go on. I want to wipe it down, clean it up just a little bit more. So that'll be probably the next step. Throwing the gasket on, throwing the head on, torquing that down, putting the pan on, torquing that down. Then it's just bolting everything back on this thing and hoping that it starts up and runs and we're good to go. So I will definitely keep you guys updated, keep you in the loop. Alright guys, I am not sure where I left off at all. Been having camera issues with losing time-lapse footage and some other clips. Basically I've been stopping at my lunch break, getting like 30-40 minutes of just knocking some small stuff out here and there, coming in after work, getting 3-4 hours in. So basically I didn't film a whole lot of stuff between camera issues and basically it just be like long time lapses basically. I mean, you guys don't want to see me put valve covers on and oil pans on, and it's all just normal wrenching stuff at that point. What I am doing now though is I'm putting a catch can on the car. Car's Wagon Hunter is pretty much together. It's just like fluids and a bunch of little small stuff now, and one of the things I'm adding is the catch can, so I'm trying to figure out where to put it and where to run the lines and everything. So check it out. Here is the old catch can itself. So I'm trying to figure out where to mount this thing, where it's going to fit good. Not really sure yet, so that's what I'm working on at the moment. But turbo kit is all back on, all the charge piping's on. I have to put plugs in it still, put coolant in it, oil in it, finish the catch can, and I believe that's it. I really don't have anything else. I'm gonna prime it a whole bunch, watch my oil pressure gauge, make sure I have oil pressure before I go and start this thing up. Just prime everything really good. But once I get this catch can on and some fluids, I think we're there. I think we're done. Alright, this is gonna work. Alright guys, I'm getting out of here for tonight. Everything is pretty much assembled. All we have to do is add fluids and then just finalize the catch can a little bit more. Here's where I'm at so far. I ran the lines and I just need to cut 2 of them, and then I need to pick up 1 more fitting and then just hose clamp everything and we should be good. Check it out. So here's the catch can there. I have this valve cover. When I drilled this out, so it's just a straight flow, goes to the top. This second port here, I'm going to get like a 90, and that's for this hose, which goes to the back of the block. And then I have the drain down here, which goes to this one, which is the other port on the back of the block. So the back of the block will be breathing and utilizing it as a drain back as well. So it's pretty much where I'm at right now. The snow is coming down hard, so I'm just like packing up quick and heading out because I'm still driving the Fit, which does not do good in the snow. So just wanted to give you guys that quick update, and I'm heading out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. See you.